Welcome to Jobbed Out, the wrestling editorial that reminds you that money can't buy you everything, like talent, for example.
I will survive.
Whether you love it, hate it, or recently forgot it even existed, Impact Wrestling has made its fair share of contributions to pro wrestling. They've created and innovated quite a few match types. They've brought attention to dozens of incredible talent before NXT was ever able to. They've even rekindled an otherwise dwindling career or two. But with a lot of the good comes a lot of the bad. Like any show, they've been resounding successes, and there have been catastrophic disasters. And holy hell, some of these disasters are legendary.
It's like he reinvented himself. I agree.
I don't think I'm particularly harsh on TNA with this channel. I've done videos even praising otherwise forgotten moments in their history. But this, let's be real, this one is gonna hurt. Because we're gonna break down a match that was so bad its ratings sparked a meme.
Horrible, wretched,
vile,
appalling,
useless,
atrocious, insulting,
devoid of merit.
God, this was horrible. It had one match that I gave -5 stars!
So without further ado, today in wrestling history, July 19th, 2009, Impact Wrestling, then known still as TNA, presented Victory Road on pay-per-view. The focus of the show being around their heel group, the Main Event Mafia, and their hunger to control every title in the company while facing a looming threat that they must win every one of their matches or the whole group is fired. No pressure, right? While the show did see MEM members win all the gold that they were competing for, there's one specific match that sticks in people's memories, or their nightmares, take your pick. Main Event Mafia member Sharmell, former WCW Nitro Girl and manager, also real-life wife of Booker T, against Main Event Mafia member Jenna Morasca, or that chick from Survivor who got naked during the show and scored a Playboy deal out of it. The TLDR here is that Morasca, the celebrity tie-in for the company, was brought in as a kayfabe financial backer and manager of Kevin Nash, and immediately butted heads with Sharmell within the group. Being rich, Morasca acquired the services of Awesome Kong to teach her how to wrestle so she could do away with Sharmell herself. Sharmell countered by having Kong's former Kongtourage teammate Sojo Bolt in her own corner. Even though her husband is a multiple-time world champion, sure, whatever. The match had no value going in because valet versus valet matches are about as popular as referee versus referee matches, and since both competitors are members of the Main Event Mafia, the only way for them to fail the everybody must win stipulation would be a double countout. Oh man, if only. Ah well, let's get to it. I gotta note that this match is the 5th one on the card, smack dab in the middle of a 9-match show. Having two non-wrestlers go up against each other this deep is dangerous and can absolutely deflate a crowd unless they do something really incredible, and, well, incredible isn't the word that I would use for this, but see for yourself. So Sharmell makes her way to the ring wearing a blue feather floor-length dress, hair extensions, and knee-high boots. Why? I've got no idea, but it doesn't bode well for running and bumping around. Out next is Awesome Kong, who, even at this point in her career with her back issues, really should have been the one in the match instead of who we got. That is Jenna Morasca, and what in the flying cougar printed fuck is she doing? Well, this video's not getting monetized. Even Sharmell and Kong look disgusted. Look at this. I feel like this had to be a rib. Like, when it was time for somebody to teach Jenna how to enter the ring, they had the perv cameraman do it. Perv cameraman for TNA Hall of Fame, class of 2021. Make it happen, guys. So they cut to Sharmell and Sojo discussing game plan, and I'm pretty sure it's just so they can cut back to perv cameraman doing his thing. The two taunt each other because, oh, for God's sakes. Okay, so I don't know what Jenna thinks pro wrestling is, but this ain't it. The two lock up, kinda, and Sharmell tries to get some early heat with the kind of strikes and throws that would make you think that she is the one having her very first match here. She's not, by the way, this is her 21st match. So because neither of these people are experienced wrestlers, we got a lot of hair pulling. I mean, a lot of hair pulling. There was so much hair pulling, even the dress was going bald by the end of this match. So after somehow making 4 minutes of heel heat feel like 14, Jenna begins making her comeback, and yeah, I'm sorry, these are the worst slaps I've ever seen in my entire life. And poor Sharmell sells them like she's going up against Ed 209. We get a steamroller spot involving both girls flattening Earl Hebner that I'll never understand. Yeah, it's a cat fight staple, but why are fans supposed to pop for this? It's never been explained. Anyway, it's revealed that Jenna's removed some of Sharmell's hair extensions before Sojo Bolt takes a very, very dangerous bump to the floor that would have been safer if Kong got in position. The reality, though, is that this botch is the best spot in the entire match. Afterwards, Kong makes a deal with Sharmell to return the hair extension before a quick punch to the throat.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
Jenna hits her finishing move, which is a lap dance, I guess, and Jenna Morasca gets the win in perhaps the most painful 6-minute match in the history of TNA wrestling. Afterwards, for some reason, Jenna demands Austin Kong lift her up, and then slaps her. Again, I'm pretty certain Jenna has no idea what pro wrestling is supposed to be, but it's not this. So Kong kills Jenna Morasca. Good. I know it feels like I'm beating a dead horse here. I mean, I could have been devil's advocate and try not to shit all over this thing, but why? Yeah, Jenna's got no prior training, but the answer to that problem is don't put her in a mid-card match on live pay-per-view against another non-wrestler who cannot carry her to something presentable. Do I blame Jenna? Maybe a bit. I mean, she can't strike, she can't bump, she knows no moves, she can't even run the ropes. Sometimes the prospect of a moderate payday should not stop you from going, nope, I'm not going to embarrass myself or your brand here.
I'm David Arquette, former WCW champion. I can't take that away from me. I'm sorry.
Now, I really blame TNA's booking team. I don't know why they thought Jenna was gonna be the celebrity to get the mainstream press. Like, was this supposed to elevate them to another level? Jenna Morasca is no Mike Tyson, guys, and I can't believe I have to even make that comparison. In the end, the match set a new bar for what a -5-star match looks like. Worst of all time, and TNA would have to eat a lot of crap for this show as a whole for being one of their worst pay-per-views ever, at least until a much worse, much more painful Victory Road event a couple years later.
I agree.
But that's a story for another time. As for Jenna Morasca, she's done fine for herself. She was a hop-along across several reality TV shows including Fear Factor, Celebrity Apprentice, The Amazing Race, and found a regular spot as host of future seasons of Survivor. As for this though, I guess I gotta ask though, what did you think of Jenna Morasca versus Sharmell? Obviously not if you thought that this was a good match, but do you think there's any way they could have saved this thing? How would you have booked Jenna Morasca's wrestling debut as to not be immortalized as one of Impact's greatest embarrassments? Let me know what you would have done in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more, because I want you to be a part of this conversation too. For now though, I better get my shoulders off the mat, so I want to thank you for tuning in to Jobbed Out. I'll catch you next time.